Hi guys, my name's Kelvin White and welcome to Ultimate Tropicals. So this is part 3 of the Tropical Rainforest Paludarium build. In part 1 I did an overview of the whole project, what we're setting out to do and the assembling of the glass compartment. In video 2 we covered the plumbing and the technology that will make the tank work, and also the installation of the central waterfall feature. Now in this part 3 video we're going to take a look at foaming the back wall. We're going to take the shine off of the foam, then we're going to install the hardscaping, cork bark and etc. And then we're going to apply some ABG mix to give it some cover. Also in this video we'll be finishing off the false bottom and also the installation of the substrate ready to take the tropical plants. So without further ado, let's see if we can get some shine off. Hi guys, welcome back. So as you can see, a lot of the scaping has now been done, so we'll take a closer look. Okay, so starting on this side, you can see I've built in a barrier now, and the idea of that barrier that's inside, it's actually covered with a stainless steel mesh on top of the egg crate. This is going to be filled with a drainage layer of granules, and then top of that will be a fleece to stop the ABG mix from actually blending in with the granules. Obviously the objective of that is to have really good drainage for all the water to go back down into the water course. And then coming across to the right side, same thing, you can see the stainless steel mesh. And as I said, the granules are going to go on top of that. Okay, so that's the hydro drainage layer in place, as you can see. And then over this side, I've actually added the fleece. The ABG mix will go on top of that, and that's just to try and keep it separate from the drainage layer and to stop it sort of mingling too much. So as you can see, the ABG substrate has now been added on top of the drainage layer. Also on this right side, water's been added to the aquatic section. Although the driftwood and mapani were soaked, we still do have at the moment quite a discoloration from tannins. And although I'll probably remove some of that, I do actually quite like the look because I want that Amazonian river look about it. And of course a lot of the Amazonian fish do thrive in these conditions. So coming up, various vines have been added now. And as I say, a bit of scaping. The waterfall system is working okay. It needs a little bit of tweaking. I'm getting some splashback on the glass. I think once the addition of some moss on some of these surfaces will soften that splashing. So it needs a little bit of tweaking. The misting system is working absolutely fine. Going up to the top for lighting, I'm using 3 Sansi 35 watt full spectrum grow lights, and they seem to be pretty adequate. So dividing the Paludarium up to 3 levels, the upper level is giving over 1,000, between 1,000 and 1,200 foot candles. Mid-range is supplying about 400 to 450, and right down at ground level it's giving about 140 to 150. So I would say pretty much perfect to encourage growth up towards the top. Okay, so the system's been running for 2 or 3 days now. I'm waiting on delivery of some springtails and some tropical wood lice to act as clean-up crew for the bioactive system. I'm also waiting on delivery of a fan system, one to blow fresh air in and one to suck stale air out. Once I've been able to monitor and see how that's working with the airflow, then one of the last jobs I have to do with the tank is right at the top. I do have a 100 centimetre recess at the back that's currently open. That's going to be covered with some stainless steel mesh and glass, but what proportion I'm going to use I'm not sure yet until I actually see how it's working out. Fish will be added in 2 to 3 weeks once the tank's had a chance to mature and the bacterial colonies have chance to build up and establish. But the next step now will be to start transporting a few of the plants back from the greenhouse and starting getting some plants installed into the setup.